A human excavation is going on here. For 3 months, archaeologists have been digging for body parts.
We're looking for here missing persons from 74 in Aisha Place. And we found some findings, and we have 3 months more because we should check all this soil to find every single pieces.
At this spot in the north of Cyprus, Greek Cypriots were killed by the Turks some 35 years ago. It was a reprisal for a massacre by Greek Cypriots of Turkish Cypriots. The archaeologists come from both of the island's communities and are part of the Committee on Missing Persons, CMP. They say finding old bones is not a job, but a duty to the families and their common heritage.
It's our history. We should. These people died for us. Because of them, we are alive now.
This is my people. This is our past. It doesn't matter for us which is they are Turkish Cypriots or Greek Cypriots. They are Cypriot. And we want to forget everything about past.
Cyprus began tearing apart soon after it ceased being a British colony in 1960, when it became a bi-communal republic. In 1974, Greek Cypriots intent on union with Greece attempted a coup. Turkey invaded. A Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus was declared. Only Ankara recognized it. Only the Republic of Cyprus became a European Union member in 2004. Some 1,500 Greek Cypriots and 500 Turkish Cypriots remain unaccounted for, 5% of the 1974 population. The CMP, run jointly by the UN and Greek and Turkish Cypriots, is the island's only bi-communal program.
For the first time, people realize that other side have the same agony, same sadness, same stories. If we want to look forward, if we want to move forward, we have to bring closure to our history. So this is a very important project.
Turkish Cypriot Turgut Ahmet's family last saw him and his brothers in August 1974. A group of Greek Cypriots, some of them neighbors, marched them away before their eyes. His wife, Nazia, had borne their fourth child barely 2 weeks earlier. The family mourned in a void.
This is my husband, Turgut Ahmet, my brother, Arif Ahmet, and here Hussein. With all the others of our village, 17 people. They came for them and left altogether. I still believe they'll come knocking at the door and appear in the house. We want the truth unearthed. We've waited for 35 years. We live with this story. We're made ill from it every day.
Greek Cypriot Dimitris Simeon was also taken away in 1974. Witnesses say by Turkish Cypriots from a field hospital where he was caring for the wounded. His young wife was pregnant. His younger sister Anna talked to us with her daughter Anastasia.
For a long time, I had a hope. But later, I understood he wouldn't be back. I know what happened. But when it's a loved one, and you don't know where he is, where he was dumped, we cannot be at peace. For that, his bones must be found, so that he can have a proper burial, and so we'll know where his grave is, so that we can find peace.
Finding peace depends on sometimes blurred testimony from people who saw things happen at a troubled time, or from their descendants. In places, buildings have gone up over mass graves. But the CMP is helping bring peace about by keeping witnesses' accounts confidential.
The map shows those who decided to create this committee, I think wisely thought that if this committee was purely humanitarian, away from police or judicial aspects, it would have helped and encouraged the witnesses to come forward.
Fragments are pieced together in a laboratory. DNA matching has become an exact science only in the last few years. The identified remains may then be claimed here by the families. A skeleton for the loved one they last knew in the flesh. The place is a few meters away from the no man's land that still divides Cyprus. The United Nations controls the strip.
Digging up bones is also digging up the past and the horrors which accompanied these disappearances. It's up to each community to face this, and up to Cyprus as it is. Without it, no reconciliation is possible.
Turkish Cypriot Osman Fadil waited 45 years before his brother's last remains were found and identified. In 1964, the bus his brother and 10 others were taking to work at a British military base was hijacked, and they were executed. Osman wants an official recognition of guilt from the authorities.
You do find a little bit of peace in your mind, but the pain never goes away. It never goes away. There are so many other people, Greeks and Turks and all sorts of people who suffered in the hands of very few. I do not want revenge, I do not want any kind of compensation or anything like that. I just want people to know that my brother died for nothing, and thousands more have died for nothing, and someone has got to turn around and say, why?
Eleni was still a child when she lost her brother. This photo was taken when the Turks captured him. It's been seen around the world. It's the last his family knew of him. For a long time they hoped international prisoner of war rules would have protected him. They were told last August his bones had been identified, dug out of a pit.
It's as if what happened has just happened now, this instant, even though it happened 35 years ago. As if we'd taken a big black cape and hung it up in a corner, waiting all this time. It's as if everything starts now, starts again from the beginning.
Eleni, like Osman, also wants the guilty to be named, the guilty on both sides, even though everyone we met wants peace between their two communities.
I think that when people who've suffered, as we have, say we have to live in peace, our words carry more weight. We are people who want to live in peace.